In this video, we're going to talk about what might happen to you if you buy your first designer handbag. Recently, I came to possess my very first Louis Vuitton handbag, which you can see here, but there is a backstory that I want to talk about before we sort of get into the details of what might happen to you. This is a cautionary tale, by the way. So I'm going to put this down for a second, which is the story begins with my mom. I've been staying with my family as part of the COVID pandemic. And the thing is that my mom has been wanting a Louis Vuitton handbag for probably between 20 to 30 years. She just hasn't owned one, but we do have as many fakes throughout our house. This is one as an example. So we do have them in different sizes, including very large ones like this. The thing is that this is in plastic because we never use it. There's kind of this sense of, why would I want to go out with my fake designer handbag? At least for me personally, as well as I think for my mom. So even though we have them, we just don't use them because it's like, oh, it's fake and I know it's fake, so why? Like, what's the point? Again, it's going to be different for everybody, you know, but this is just how we do things. And so we have these bags that we don't use, but my mom still really wanted a Louis Vuitton handbag. Essentially, the reason she finally got one after 20 to 30 years of wanting one is because her little sister got her own first Louis Vuitton handbag back in January. We're now at the very beginning of July. And this was enough of an incentive for my mom to say, I think I would like to buy one too. So my mom's little sister actually told her, don't bother. It's totally not worth it. You know, it's just a hassle to try to like make this a whole outfit, and you have to kind of be precious with it, and it's just truly not worth it. And my mom was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and get one anyway. So my mom actually did not buy one immediately. Instead, what she did was she went on the Louis Vuitton handbag website pretty much every single day for about 6 months before she finally bought one. We also did go to the store, and they just were really out of stock of a lot of these styles, especially because she was looking for something specific that they didn't have. So she ended up buying one online in June. So that is kind of how she came to get her first one. Now, how I ended up getting my first one was, if you buy your first designer handbag, you think it would stop there. So you would think that once my mom received this bag, she would say, cool, I'm good. I got exactly what I wanted. Now it's time to chill. Instead, she continued to go onto that Louis Vuitton website every single day. And about a week later, when she was on the website, she goes, oh, there's this bag that you really like, and it's in stock. Do you want it? And so the backstory again here is that I would sit with my mom while she was sometimes going through the website, and we would kind of say, oh, I like this style, don't like this style. Please don't buy this one, but this one's cute. So this was one that I thought was one of the designs that I liked more, that was more in a reasonable price point, whatever that even means for Louis Vuitton handbags. So essentially she was like, do you want it? And I was like, I mean, if you're offering, like, yes, I will accept it and I'd be happy to have one. So we actually ended up just going ahead and buying it, which kind of blew my mind. And so that's the bag I was showing you, which is this bag here. And I do really like this bag. It's not necessarily the most practical bag just because it is smaller in size, and because for me, it's because it's so expensive, I feel like I do have to be careful when I'm using it, and it does scratch easily, specifically just with this material that I happen to get. But you would think, again, you just got a really nice expensive handbag, you should probably chill and save some money for a while. That's not what happened. Instead, I started to think, oh, if my family can afford to buy 2 Louis Vuitton handbags in the same month, then we can probably afford a lot of things that I'm just not buying. So my family has been very price conscious, value conscious for pretty much as long as I can remember. So specifically with things like clothing, bags, everything has always been bought on sale at a pretty steep discount. Essentially, I can pretty much name the number of items I bought at full retail price that's of decent quality, probably on one hand. So to say, we just bought 2 designer bags at full retail price kind of completely blew my mind, and I started saying, there's a lot of things I've been wanting to buy that I haven't been because they're too expensive, but I'm just gonna go ahead and buy them, and I'm gonna buy them all right now, which is very dangerous and a very slippery slope, which is why this is a cautionary tale. So you would think, again, you just bought a designer handbag, you probably don't need any more bags. And I bought more bags. I'm going to show you. So I actually got a second designer handbag. So I now have my first 2 designer handbags within the same month. This is not a Louis Vuitton, this is a Proenza Schouler, and the reason I bought it was actually because it was on sale. So it's normally about a $900 bag, and it was for $331. So I was like, I'm actually okay with that. And the reason I also impulse purchased this bag, legitimately, I'd never seen this style before, was that I actually do like this color. It's been what I've been looking for, and I always do like messenger bags. So this was kind of just like right up my alley at a price I was okay with. So I just went ahead and clicked that. I clicked the buy button, and I have no regrets whatsoever. Although perhaps I should have some, but I just don't. And then you would think it would stop here, but it doesn't. So I also did buy another bag. This one's a bit different. So this is just a Baggu bag. It was like on sale for like $32 or something. And I kind of like that. I don't know if I think it's ugly. I think it might be ugly, but I think that's also why I like it. And honestly, this is more just for travel. I was like, I kind of want a bag for the beach that hopefully is waterproof, that I don't have to be precious with. So here we are with this possibly ugly bag. But yeah, it doesn't stop there. That's about it for the bags. But then there's more, and it extends into other areas too. So this is more home stuff, I guess. I bought this towel. It was like $20, but I was like, I don't need a towel, but I just really like this towel, you know? I don't think you can even really, like, you could use it as a bath towel, but I don't think I would. I don't know how well it would hold up in the wash, but I was just like, but I just really like it, you know? Like, I just like to treat it more like a blanket and like hang out in it. Like, I think it's really fun. So I was just like, man, I'm just like totally in love with this $20 towel. And then I saw that on a different website, they had the smaller towel also on sale, which is right here. I was like, but it's so cute, and I can have a matching set, and I legitimately have no use for this, but it's so cute, and I like it so much, and like, I don't even know what to do. So I bought some stuff like this too, but actually the other big area that I spent a lot of money was in jewelry and accessories. So there is yet another story here, in that a lot of my jewelry is gold plated, so essentially you can't really sleep with them, take a shower with them, just keep them in for a long time because they'll start to tarnish and they're going to turn your ears green, or they did in my case. And I like to be kind of lazy with especially my earrings. I just like leave them in for weeks at a time. And so the solution there is actually just to have gold jewelry, which will hold up better. But gold jewelry is really expensive. It's typically, if you can find a cheap pair, it's probably at least $100 and kind of just goes up from there very rapidly. So I kind of had my eyes on a few different jewelry brands that I was interested that had gold jewelry, and I just wasn't buying them because they're so expensive. And then I was just like, yeah, we just bought 2 Louis Vuitton handbags. I'm just gonna like buy these jewelry pieces. So I spent a lot of money on jewelry, specifically earrings, but then there's also just been a few necklaces that I've been stalking for a while. So this one here that I'm wearing looks like a dog collar. I know it looks like a dog collar. I just really like it. I think it came out around 2016 or 2017. And I just liked it since then. It's been one that I've just consistently wanted. So I was like, this is still expensive even though it's on sale. So I think normally, so this is Alexis Bitter. It's $2.95. I knew all these prices because I stalked it so much. And I got it on sale for $89, which is still expensive. I was like, but I just really like it. So I spent a lot of things like this. I also did buy this belt, which is why I'm wearing it. Mostly in part because I just don't really own that many belts. I actually do need belts. And I was like, but it has a chain. And I like it. So there's definitely just been some spread over into other categories. I think the last one that I wanted to mention is I also bought candles. And I'm not even big on candles, but I bought, these are called goober candles. And they're just like so weird that I like them. I was just like, I'd actually seen them in store too. So I'd actually been thinking about these again for a while, and they were on sale because, you know, I like sales. So I was like, but I have to have them. And then I bought 2 of them because they're just so wonderfully weird. So again, I just kind of started buying a bunch of stuff that I have been wanting to buy for a while that I just haven't because they're not cheap. And it just happened to all be at once. So I think the moral of the story here, if there even is one, is that do be careful if you decide to buy a Louis Vuitton handbag or other expensive designer handbag, because you might just end up buying a lot more other things as well. because you can get the sense that like, oh, I kind of want to upgrade other areas of my life too. I've been kind of skimping in this area, so let's just bring everything up and live this new higher level of living. Higher level of living kind of might mean conspicuous consumption, but you know. So that is the basic story here, which is to say that your first designer purchase may not be your last one, especially if you like it and want to get used to that style of living. So this again is a cautionary tale that you may go on a giant spending spree, and to be careful, because while I have purchased a lot of things in a short period of time, and it's been okay because it's contained within a short period of time, if it extends out any further, it would probably turn into a financial crisis. So that's all I have for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.